Hopefully the camera doesn't fall. I never know what to say in intros. I want to learn something new in Python, so I was thinking about learning the PyQt library to make cool GUIs. And my idea I want to create is a debt calculator to help people pay off their debt. No clue how to use PyQt, so let's just jump right into it. Basic GUI that I'm trying to make, so they can select like the avalanche or the snowball debt payment method. They can insert the debt that they have, or insert another row, or clear the rows that they have, or they can also add the extra money that they want to contribute to paying off the debt. And then when they hit calculate, it goes down to here and it organizes the debt depending on the avalanche or snowball method. So I'm gonna go try working on it, so let's go. I've been coding for a little while now, and I have 4 versions of the debt calculator showing my progress. So I'll show you the first version. So this is the first version. Basically, if you hit the submit button, it changes the text, just understanding how to pass functions around. And then the second version, which is a basic GUI with a radius selection button, and you can add rows. It doesn't calculate or anything. Then the third version, which is a little bit more better. I just added a plus button this time, or the clear button as well. So if I do something like this, and I'll clear it. And the fourth version, I wanted to focus a little bit on the GUI, making it look better. So I kind of made it better. So this time it explains what these 2 radius selection buttons are. The clear button and the add row button are pretty much the same. And the calculate button I'm working on to calculate all of the inputs. And I added extra contribution money, which I also use for the calculation. Right now I'm working the calculate button, which right now is just giving me an error, which that's what I'm working on right now.
When you was
I'm finished with the debt calculator now, and it took me a little while to fix one issue about the table, but now I'm just going to show you a little walkthrough on how to use the debt calculator and setting it up. So let's just go. To use the debt calculator, in the YouTube description, I have a link to my GitHub profile, which is the debt calculator. You can clone or download the zip file or clone the repo. I also have a little bit of information about the debt calculator, and over here it also shows you how to install it, so you could just copy and paste those, and a little note about the application, so you could just read that if you want. Open the debt calculator with my VS Code. Now I'm just going to run these commands in the console to get started with the app. Everything went fine, and you can see the same GUI that I can see, but of course you can just look at the console if there's any error output, or you can just comment on my video, which hopefully I will fix if there's any problems, but it should be okay. So I'm just going to fill this out first and tell you a little bit about it. So I added some fake data. I first selected the payoff method that I wanted to choose, so I selected Snowball. Snowball is basically paying the smallest debt to the biggest debt for motivation, and Avalanche is basically paying off your highest interest to your smallest interest. Then afterwards, I added some fake debt, credit card, student loan, car, and other. Then I added the debt amounts, the interest rates, and the minimum payment for each month that I have to pay. Just make sure you only add numbers, no spaces or no commas even. Only periods are fine. And then afterwards, I added $300 extra contribution money that I can put towards the debt. And then I'll just hit calculate. And then this is the snowball method. So basically paying the smallest debt to the biggest debt, and it shows you the new minimum amount that you should pay, the best way to pay off the debt. I can also do the same thing. So if I hit calculate, actually I just need to select the avalanche method, and then I hit calculate again. So basically now I see it's paying the highest interest to the smallest interest and your new minimums. And that's pretty much it for it. So that's pretty much it for the debt calculator video. I learned lots from using the PyQt library and making the GUI. If you're still sticking around, thank you. And feel free to comment whatever that you may have. You ran into some issues with the code, or maybe there was a bug that you want to report. Feel free to fork it and change the code whatever you want to do with it. And I'll see you in the next video.